This is part 5 of section 1.3. We've been working word problems, and this problem, how many liters of a 14% alcohol solution must be mixed with 20 liters of a 50% solution to get a 30% solution? This is what I call a mixture problem. And all of these pretty much work the same way. What I like to do is pretend that I'm in a chemistry class and I've got these solutions in some beakers. So I am not an artist, so here's my beaker, my first one. I know that it is 14% alcohol. Now what that means is 14% of however much fluid I have in here is pure alcohol. Okay? And then I'm going to mix this with, I'm leaving some space because I'm going to have to come back in here and write some more. I'm going to mix it with 20 liters of a 50% solution. Okay, so the one I'm going to mix it with is 50% pure alcohol. And I know that I have 20 liters of it. So however much I have here, that's 20 liters. Okay, and I want to end up with a 30% solution. Again, leaving myself some space here. Now, in this case, we've been given all of our percentages, but sometimes we're not. One thing to keep in mind is your ending percentage is always somewhere between these two values. If it's not, you have an impossible problem. Okay? Now, what do we have here? We're wanting to know how many liters of this one. So that's going to be my X. That's what I'm looking for. X of that is pure alcohol. To get this problem set up, I need the percentages and I need the amount in each beaker. I've got these two. I don't have something for this. It's really easy though, okay? If I'm taking, say there are 10 liters here and then 20 liters here, then I add the 10 and the 20 to get 30 liters. It doesn't matter what this X value is. This is going to have X plus 20 liters in that because it's going to have this X and then this 20. Okay, so let's set up the problem now. It's going to be percentage written as a decimal times the amount. Percent times amount plus percent times amount equals percent times amount. So this is 0.14x plus 0.5, you can put the 0 here if you want to, times the 20 liters is equal to 30%. 0.3, you can leave it there or you can add the 0, it doesn't matter. And this is times all of this, so I have to use parentheses, x plus 20. Okay. So I'm going to do the arithmetic right here, and then I'm going to distribute here. So I get 0.14x plus 10 is equal to 0.3x plus 6. Okay. Now, there is a way to get rid of decimals. You can multiply by 100 or 1, it's 10, 100, 1,000. You multiply everything by one of those to make your decimals go away. But you have access to calculators, so I don't really see that that's a big deal at all. The decimals, just deal with them. Plug them into your calculator and let it do the work. Okay, so let's say I want to let's move this over to here. Now remember, this is basically 30, not 3. Okay, so make sure your decimal place is lined up if you're doing this by hand. And you get 10 is equal to 0.16x plus 6. Okay, now let's move the 6 over to here. So I'm subtracting 6 from both sides and I get a 4 equal to 0.16x. And now divide both sides by 0.16, both sides. And we get 25 equals x. So we found x. X was how much of the 14% solution? That's what we're being asked to find. So our answer is 25 liters. Okay, let's talk reasonability a little bit here. Okay, we can't have a negative amount of solution, so that makes sense. We could have fractional amounts. That makes sense, it could happen. But there's something else you can do to kind of check yourself. And this confuses some people. So if you find yourself being confused here, you just shut me off. I know you all have that switch to turn off your teacher in your head. So what we're looking at, if you look at your percentages and ask yourself which of these two values this number is closer to. Okay? 14 and 30. There's 16 away. 30 minus 14 is 16. Okay? And then 50 minus 30 is 20. So 30 is closer to 14 than it is to 50. Okay? 30 is closer to 14 than it is to 50. Whichever one you are closer to, that's the one you need more of. So since we were closer to 14, we should have more fluid than we have here. So our answer should be larger than 20, and it was. So that makes sense.